Do you fear cooking fish but love seafood? Well, I'll show you a foolproof way to make it in your slow cooker. I have some beautiful Branzino here. It's a low mercury option with the head cut off, but it still has the bones inside, which makes it perfect to put right inside the slow cooker like this. And even if you've never cooked fish on the bone, it's great because this piece on the top will just flake off and you can discard the bones afterwards. So to start with this recipe, we're going to flavor it up with some beautiful black kalamata olives. Now, olives are naturally salty, so I'm not going to add any additional salt to this recipe. I'm just going to chop up the olives and add that in. And olives are also awesome in the slow cooker because they impart that rich flavor to the whole meal. Next is the flavoring. I have some oregano here. The recipe actually calls for dried oregano, but I happen to have some fresh in my garden, so I'm just going to chop it up. So either fresh or dried will work equally well. And the thing I love about oregano is it's major antibacterial compounds in there. Oregano is great if you have oregano oil. You can use it for a sore throat, but it's also a great way to impart a Mediterranean flavor into all your meals. Give the oregano a little fresh chop. Now, if you happen to have something like basil or rosemary or some other delicious herb on hand, go ahead and use that as well, or in place of the oregano. I just like the oregano here because I've got some Greek flavors going on with the black olive, so it's a really nice flavor combination. So we'll just pop the Branzino right inside, and if you don't have the whole fish parts like this, you can use the fillets as well. And we'll drizzle with some olive oil. Now, I'm not going to add extra salt because the olives are already salty, and we'll just layer those olives right on top. Now, since we're doing fish in the slow cooker, you want to use low heat because the fish is very delicate. And the slow cooker is a great way to cook fish because it keeps it really moist because it's a gentle low cooking form. For the base of this salad, I have some beautiful baby kale. It's already pre-washed. It's so easy to use. Kale is an amazing superfood. It's bursting with vitamin A, vitamin C, iron, potassium, just a great thing to put in your body, one of the best greens. But another good thing to start the salad with would be watercress when you can find it. And if you have trouble finding the watercress or the baby kale, you can absolutely use spinach. So to flavor up this salad and give it kind of that Mediterranean twist, I'm gonna go and add some of this delicious fresh mint. And mint is amazing if you suffer from IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, any kind of stomach issues. Mint has actually been studied in clinical trials as more potent than a lot of over-the-counter drugs. So really just a great way to flavor your meals up, and it really has a nice refreshing taste. Next we have goji berries. You may not have heard of these before, but goji berries are kind of like the cranberry of the Himalayan mountains. But they're much richer in antioxidants compared to something like a cranberry, and they're less sweet. They also happen to be bursting with protein, super high in antioxidants. And because these guys have to grow on the harsh mountaintops in the Himalayas, they actually grow these antioxidants in the pigment of their flesh to protect themselves. But those are the things that also protect your body. Next, I have some balsamic vinegar. That's how I'm going to make the dressing, along with some salt and pepper and some extra virgin olive oil. And balsamic just has a fabulous rich taste. Again, if you don't have balsamic on hand, don't sweat it. You can use apple cider vinegar, you can use red wine vinegar, but I like that sweet, rich taste of balsamic. It also tastes awesome with the goji berries because the goji berries have a little bit more of a sour flavor, so compared to like a regular dried berry, so I like to balance it with something a little bit sweeter like the balsamic vinegar. This dressing is super simple, just putting in this extra virgin olive oil, and you do want to shop for a really good quality of olive oil because that's what gives this dressing its wonderful, almost a fruity flavor. Then I just go ahead and I add some balsamic in there. I'm doing salt and pepper. You can see how basic, how simple this is. But good food sometimes is the simple food. And it's all about nurturing yourself at home and giving yourself good quality ingredients. So I added a little bit of black pepper. Black pepper actually has compounds in it that help you absorb antioxidants and keep them in your body longer. And I'm just whisking this. I'm not even using a whisk. Again, you know, if you guys have a lazy way of doing something, absolutely go ahead and do it because I know time is always a constraint. So I'm just using these tongs because I'm going to toss in my fresh vegetables right on top. Now, if you happen to have some leftover roasted vegetables in your fridge, you could throw those on top. That would be delicious. And like I said, any kind of green would work in here, but you want to stick with superfood greens. Now the Healing Slow Cooker book is loaded with superfoods. Those are foods that are richer in your everyday vitamins and nutrients that you need, things like vitamin A, C, iron. So how would this compare to something like baby iceberg lettuce? Really, this would have probably 1,000 times more nutrition. So now the salad is ready to go, and when our fish is ready, we'll serve it on the side, and it makes a great cool companion to a hot fish dish, and it's really colorful and beautiful as well. So I hope you'll try this fabulous fish dish and see how easy it is to use your slow cooker to make delicious, healing meals.